Hi, I'm Michelle Bege with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. Which Latin American countries recently had the International Court of Justice intervene in a long-running border dispute? We'll have the answer later. Colombia's Nevado del Ruiz volcano is on high alert for volcanic activity. The government has already ordered the evacuation of 2,500 families from areas close to the volcano. According to authorities, seismic activity inside the volcano indicates the probability of an eruption in the coming days or weeks. Families near the volcano are torn between evacuating or staying. For many, their livelihoods depend on it. The last major eruption of the volcano was in 1985. It killed 25,000 people living in the town of Armero, as the mix of lava and melted glaciers created a mudslide. It's considered one of the deadliest volcanic eruptions of the 20th century. Argentina's fragile economy is taking a beating as it now faces a historic drought. The country's worst drought in 100 years is decimating critical soy, wheat, and corn production. Official projections say soy and wheat crops will be cut in half this year, while corn production will be cut down by more than a third. This will slash Argentina's exports and therefore its export income. The country is already reeling from high inflation. Argentina's government also announced a new exchange stimulus for foreign currency income to strengthen monetary reserves. And speaking of inflation, the presidents of 11 Latin American nations have sworn to work together in the fight against inflation. During a virtual meeting organized by President of Mexico Andrés Manuel López Obrador, the leaders of Argentina, Belize, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Honduras, Venezuela, San Vicente, and the Grenadines all promised to promote the exchange of essential goods to counter inflation. Ecuador's President Guillermo Lasso has authorized the use of firearms by civilians. This decision comes amid the country's growing insecurity. The decree announced this month lifts a 12-year-old ban on civilians carrying firearms. Those who seek to carry a gun must be over 25 years old, pass a psychological evaluation, and a drug test. They must also obtain a certificate that verifies their skill and handling of firearms. Critics say this will only worsen violence in the country. And let's take a look at what stories we're following for next week. First, the World Health Organization warns that climate change is causing a surge in mosquito-borne diseases. Viruses such as dengue, Zika, and chikungunya are seeing an increased number of outbreaks around the world in recent decades. Experts say major risk factors that are leading to outbreaks are deforestation and urbanization, in addition to climate change. We will follow this story as the report says dengue is moving south to Bolivia, Peru, and Paraguay. Second, scientists in the Yucatan jungle are conducting investigations to prevent future pandemics in Mexico. A Franco-Mexican project aims to detect diseases transmitted from animals to humans in tropical climates. That's why they're extracting blood and fluids from species such as bats. We'll be following their scientific research in the weeks and months ahead. And now the answer to our news trivia. The answer is B. The International Court of Justice rejected Venezuela's stance on a long-running border dispute with Guyana. The two countries have been entangled in a battle over a region rich with oil, gas, and gold. It's called Essequibo. Venezuela was trying to have the border case dismissed, but the World Court says it will now decide which country has the rights to the territory. With the discovery of oil in Essequibo, Guyana has the potential to become one of the top oil producers in Latin America. Despite this recent ruling, the case in the World Court could take years to reach a final verdict. That's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.